Do the shit. All right. What up, YouTube? This your boy No Filter right here, hitting you guys with a video slash stream again today. Or hitting you guys with a video slash stream today. This came to my head. I told you guys I do shit off the cuff. I like to do that. What up, YouTube? This your boy No shit. Fuck. Mute here. Yeah. Yeah. This your boy No Filter, man. I just did this topic just came to my head. I do shit off the cuff. I like to do it that way because it seems more different organically. In today's topic of this video called Today or Not Today, called Get the Fuck Out of Here. I do that title was just to intrigue the audience, right? So today's in this video, and as in the MGTOW community, a lot of those MGTOWs, include myself here, we vow to, not date, get married, not have kids, fuck tradition, all this other crazy shit. But today I'm gonna try to play both sides here. Now ain't no simp shit. I'm just gonna look at it from this perspective. All right, this is what I'm talking about. As there's a lot of MGTOWs out there. Barbarossa, Stardust, Sandman. I mean, there's a lot of MGTOWs out there that they MGTOW, but they got girlfriends. I don't know how the fuck you MGTOW. You got, but that's just a conversation for another day. And I ain't here to debate all that. But today's topic is a very deep topic. That's deep rooted in the MGTOW community. And it's a question: is today or not today? And if you choose to date, and if you took that red pill, and you choose to go back, are you really MGTOW? Now I'm here to bring this a very light to discussion to the heart. And what brought me to this topic is I've been thinking about this recently. I've been thinking about the shit with angry MGTOW and all this. All these MGTOWs, for some reason, they just letting women into the shit. I don't know why. That's a dumbass idea. But I've been thinking about. I've been sincerely thinking about this question, and how I came up with this question in my head is one thing about me, and to me is that one thing about me very consistent to me. I'll use a red pill. I'm red pill all the damn time. But when I'm around other people, blue pill motherfuckers, I gotta be able to pull in that blue pill mask because to really stop me from fucking snapping on the motherfucker. But this question right here is a deep question. And let me just open up the dialogue and create this dialogue and create this situation. So the reason I came up with this topic is because I've been thinking about over the years the MGTOWs that we all came on: Stardust, Barbarossa, Angry MGTOW. I'm talking about all the big channels. I'm talking about all the big YouTube, big MGTOW YouTube channels, whatever. Shout out to my brother Trav, shout out to Mr. Jaraza, shout out to Staying Free, shout out to MA. But it's like, what I'm saying? Like overall, I'm thinking about the big channels, the channels that we all, the people that have a big, Turf League the Monkey, shout out to you, man. They have a big following. And some MGTOWs, some MGTOWs believe in going full blown monk. Some MGTOWs don't. Some MGTOWs advocate pump and dump. But today's topic really is more about today or not today. And I'm going to try to play it from my perspective. And the reason I came up with this topic is because in today's society, as you know, I did a stream a while back called Get the Fuck Out of Dodge about Oklahoma adding domestic violence into family court now. And this is related to this, that stream related to this topic. And basically what that stream was basically about, and this is how this topic came into play. When basically every day nowadays, just interacting with women, whether you on campus, whether you in the outside looking in, you in the workplace, you on campus, you know what I'm saying, you walking down the street, just saying hello to a bitch nowadays is getting ridiculous. And this topic, it's a lot of topic, you know what I'm saying, to me, because even though I'm not gonna lie to you, I have my days where I fucking struggle with that shit, where it's like, I see a woman, I see a female I like, I see women on the street, and people don't get this straight. You know what I'm saying? Just because I'm a hardcore fucking MGTOW. I go MGTOW all the fucking way. But like, I still often struggle, and I'm pretty sure you guys do is normal. And if you wouldn't be, you're not a man if you're really going through all this shit. Is that no matter how much we take on that red pill, it's always going to be in the back of our minds that shit is like, for me, I would never go back though. But like, to me, the thoughts come to my head of like, maybe I could do it, or maybe I could go back. But then I fucking slow the fuck down and said, no, Filter, what the fuck are you doing, man? Don't go back to that shit. You got someone, you became MGTOW for the sole main reason. And I think this is a deeper question a lot of MGTOWs need to ask themselves when you take that red pill. And I tell you, especially for you beginners out there, when you take that red pill, man, it's so interesting. And basically when you take it, you got your mindset. It's kind of like, it's like you finally wake up and see the world for what it is. And going back to my previous streams, you know, get the fuck out of Dodge, talk about Oklahoma adding domestic violence to family court. And I did that stream to let people know, like, man, it's like it's getting very dangerous to engage women nowadays, because if they add domestic violence on the family courts, just imagine what goes into it. So I want to do this video to let guys know, like, all right, cool. Like, basically, I'm gonna address the chat here, but like basically, I'm gonna ask you a question, is guys, if a guy choose date, if a guy choose a date and he took that red pill, do you call him a MGTOW? Or if the guy that choose, or if he chooses not to date, how can rephrase this question? If a guy takes the red pill and he decides to, he said he claims he's MGTOW, but he has a girlfriend, do you consider him MGTOW? Or the guy that chooses not to date, the guy that how can I fucking say this? The guy that chooses not to date. I don't know. I gotta get my thoughts again. I should have, you know, whatever. This is off the cuff, whatever. But like overall, so my thing. Oh, now I know I'm gonna phrase it. Like the guy that chooses not to date at all versus the guy that chooses to date. So which one is it? Which one is a mentality? The guy that chooses not to date. No, now I know how to say it. If the guy that if the guy that took the red pill chooses to date, can you consider him MGTOW? And if the guy that chooses not to date, but he eventually he struggles with it, and he has the internal conflict, the thoughts, but he don't act on the thought alone, do you consider him MGTOW because he's human and flawed and whatever? So let me get into the run of the video. So that was the synopsis of the video. I've tried to get the point, tried to explain what this topic is about. I'm gonna try to approach it from my perspective. Okay, my last girlfriend I had was 14 years old. And you know, from my experiences, yes, I'm 28 years old, so it's a big age difference now, of course, because I'm a grown ass man. But the thing is, I'm gonna look at it from both sides here. Okay, to me, to answer this question, I choose not to date. Now I'll tell you the reason why, my personal experiences. Yes, goes back to when I was 14, not having a girlfriend, but I go back to when I was 21, 22, 23. You know, and this before I ever took the red pill. I was angry, I was frustrated, I was a virgin at the time. Girls, you know what I'm saying? Like I wanted to get the girls. I'm not gonna fucking lie to you. I'm being honest with you guys. I wanted to get the girl, you know, I wanted to fucking, you know, impress the girls and all this other crazy shit. I wanted to basically be what it is. My thing is, it's like you kind of ask yourself the question. And I basically was very, very upset, frustrated, mad that girls were not giving me the foundation I wanted. But when I took that red pill, when I truly took that red pill to me woke me the fuck up. And it not only saved my life, but it saved me from a lifetime of pain of just chasing women and realizing the fact female validation is fucking pointless in our society. The only way you can feel validated is validate your damn self. And for me, from this to answer this question, I think that, you know, when the guy chooses not to date, because he never realized. To me, I realized even back then when I first did the red pill, and I finally took that red pill and saw women and society and the way the world really is. They don't give a fuck about men. We're just ATM machines. We're ATM machines, sucking, taking money out of us, sticking it to us every which way, having our rights stripped away. And to me, when I took that red pill, you know, watching Stardust and Barbarossa videos, it was one of those things where I kind of woke the fuck up. You know, I kind of saw shit for what it is. I mean, yes, I was having a struggle with it, but there's times where, you know, I look back on my life and I say to myself, if I took the red pill, because I think I've been to the red pill at 14, but I never really put a label on me being a MGTOW. So for me, it's like that point. But when I was asking myself this question, I think it's a deep question, because I don't know how I'm really going to answer this question. I want you guys in the chat to answer this question. You know, my thing with dating is, this is how I generally view dating and just engaging with women in general. And I said it on one of my streams. I said, get the fuck out of Dodge, man. Don't engage with women, man. Especially you dudes in Oklahoma. Like, don't engage, man. I learned this shit a long time ago, and I'm not gonna sit here and say I'm not gonna sit here. I'm pretty sure we all, man, we all been out in the public. We done seen women dressed tight, and you see women scantily tight ass clothes, especially summertime woman up, and girls dressed in some provocative certain ways. And you look at a woman, and you be like, man, fuck, you know what I'm saying? I want to be with her. You know, not fuck with her. I want to, engage, whatever. But the reason why I'm asking this question, because I think it's a deep question. I think it's a civil discussion. It really talks about it. That MGTOW is a proper deep question. It's like, like overall, if a person have a blue pill, or that person doesn't say if he has that blue pill, if he don't have that blue pill mindset, he's red pill, but he struggles between it. Like he's not like he's hardcore blue pill, red pill, but he's kind of like conflicted on it. Like he's out in public and he sees a girl wear leopard print tiny pants, stretch pants, whatever. The thing is, like, how do you deal with that? And I think this is a very civil discussion. I think we really need to have it because I think a lot of the times when, us as men, we all go through the eternal battles of conflict. To me, I'm not gonna lie to you, I do. But the thing is, for me, when I just think about it, I slowly go back to reality and take that red pill again and say, you know what, I'm not engaging now. But the reason why I want to bring this topic up too is because I know a lot of times for me, because there is a lot of YouTube channels. I don't watch Stardust by Rosa like I used to. I don't watch MGTOW 101 like that. I don't watch Angry Mentality. I mean, watch his videos, 1 or 2 videos of his, but like I don't watch these guys' channels, and I prefer like Staying Free and MA. I prefer this Messenger Rising Trav channel. Like I prefer, Shingles and Midtown Indian. I prefer these channels because these guys, they kind of more real with it. They kind of, they ain't big time. They really, they real loyal guys. It's not about sub count for them. They kind of like everybody got their own story. You can relate to it. But the reason why I love this topic is because I think that this is a very deep question and people need to ask themselves, today or not today. If you took that red pill, could you go back? And it's a very deep question because and for me, I hate that genetic bullshit. I hate that genetic bullshit that these that the left and the right be using. Oh, it's to the man's nature to go out there and date and conquer all these women. But the reason why I want this topic to be talked about, because I think we need to have a civil discussion on it. Because I think the hardest part about this conversation, having this conversation, the hardest part about having this conversation is being able to what the fuck is wrong with this thing? What you call it? Shit. Fucking thought here. Fucking thought pattern. But it's a deep question that needs to be talked about. And I think a lot of the times we get into these conversations, we get deep into these conversations, we solely get deep into these conversations, and we don't want to, we get solely deep into these conversations and not ask ourselves today or not today. And the reason why I want you guys to have a very civil discussion, damn, it's fucking black. What the fuck is wrong with this computer? Um, I think that to me, I have to, and I'm gonna look at it from this side. Okay, so this is and I want you guys in the chat to ask this question. So if a guy took the red pill, right? He took the red pill. He been watching. He knows the fundamentals of MGTOW. He's been practicing the core elements of MGTOW. He's been he's been practicing my bad, guys. Computer kept fucking up and shit. That shit went to sleep. But I want you guys to actually engage the conversation, because I think that to me this topic needs to be talked about. And one of my biggest things for me when I literally talk about, you know, this question here, to me, and this is my opinion on the subject. I'm not a police to tell you what you should and should not do with your life, because you grown man, you make a decision to do what you want to do. But to me, the reason why I tell, you know, to me, this is me in general. This is my based off my personal experience, based off these laws, based on society in general. It's dangerous for a man nowadays to engage, and especially if you a MGTOW and you took that red pill and you told yourself, you know what, I'm not going back to this. I'm not going back. I'm not going back to the plantation. I'm not going back to it. You know, I'm not going back to the plantation. Um, it's that inner conflict that you have with yourself. But to me, the reason why I tell guys not to engage is because society is making it harder. Women don't, they don't care about men. Society don't care about us. So why should we? Us as men, risk, sacrifice our life and limb, our health, and basically work 24 to 48 hours a day out of our whole lives just to work, so she can get a paycheck and you provide for wife and kid. And that's why I say fuck tradition, because I feel like society is full of shit, because they want men to be what they want, men to be drones. And I think when people see MGTOW, this is my opinion on it. I think people see MGTOW and they be like, oh man, y'all a bunch of cowards, y'all can't get no pussy, y'all been butthurt. And it's like, if they really thought about it, like deep down inside, it's like it basically, it's like, okay, all right, for those people who talk shit about MGTOW, the people that just you can't stand us, you fucking hate us, you think we just losers, whatever, so on. So all right, think about it. You created us. You created a problem. Like there's a quote my father told me, with power to become resistance, resistance to become power. And what I mean by that quote, that it was a deep quote, and I never understood he would told me that, but now I understand what I'm talking about. The feminists, these laws, Trump, all these politicians, no matter what state you're in, all these politicians, these feminists, they got powers. They got the power. They have the power. And a lot of the times, these people don't realize that they get mad at men for walking away. But here's the thing: the reason why men walk away, and it was a rigged system, like Turn Fruity Monkey says, it's a rigged system. The only way you really gonna save yourself, and to me, I'm pretty sure they're gonna fucking find some way gonna fuck us over either way. It's just that my thing has always been is that overall, like I say this all the time, like you birthed us, you created a situation, you made it so dangerous to the point where just saying hello to a bitch nowadays. You can just say hello to a female and she just fucking report you to HR for sexual harassment. You know what I'm saying? Like that's a fucking foul fucking environment where colleges nowadays, where they so quick to believe the woman, but the man, even if the man is fucking found innocent situation, they gonna fucking find some way to fucking flip it and bounce it and say he did the shit. You know what I'm saying? And the reason why I fucking get so mad and frustrated society, because society wants to kind of tell us what the fuck to do, and you need to man up and all this other crazy shit. You telling us man up with these fucked up these fucked up laws, child support laws are getting messed up, especially with Trump cutting Section 8 and welfare. Bitches gonna be, out hunting for dudes like us and shit. So it's like my thing has always been is like, my thing has always been about society is that you created us. And what you end up doing is you create a paradox there, where at that point you say to yourself, fuck this shit. I don't want no part of it. And for me, I said this shit around 2012, 2013 when I went to full blown MGTOW. I said, fuck these bitches, I'm done, man. But the thing is, like, the problem I have with society is, and this is my opinion, this is my problem with society in general, is that they don't understand. Men are not engaging anymore because you make it fucking dangerous saying hello to women in the street nowadays. You can't even say hello to a motherfucker without saying, oh, this is harassment, or this is strict catcalling. Women constantly feminists coming up, and these bitch ass cuck ass Republicans and Democrats, and they constantly keep passing bills. Yes means yes in California. Now that shit's nationwide, and got Oklahoma passing family. Like, y'all make that shit harder than it needs to be. So I pose this question to a lot of times, to date or not to date, and I think to myself, you know what I'm saying? Like, if I engage with this bitch, guess what fucking happen? My life can be ruined by this shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, guys get accused of rape each and every goddamn day. College campuses it's like, for me, I don't recommend college for no man. I know people say go to college is a good thing, and I ain't knocking that shit, but college is dangerous, a dangerous place for young men nowadays, because nowadays it's more for the bitches. So it's like, my thing is, why even engage with this shit? Even in pump and dumping, I know there's a lot of MGTOWs. I don't advocate pump and dump, because I think that's a dumbass mindset to have. But like, overall, like, to me, it's like when people say, "Oh, it's just sex." No, the fuck it ain't, dude. It's like, she can fucking, if a woman commit, this is what scares me about. This is what scares me about going back, and I will never go to fuck back. This scares me, and I will never ever go to fuck back. I took that real pill. I ain't never engaging with the shit. When, if a woman can withdraw her consent, and even though she agreed to that previously, and she can withdraw and say you raped her, and you be false accused of that shit, man. And no, you be false accused. You be accused of rape, like, you know what's worse than the act being committed is being accused of it. That person, that the accuser, whether the person has to register as a sex offender, that person, you know, in say if it's a person has to register, that person has that reputation on him. So it's always going to be, you did the shit, you did the shit. Never mind the fact that she fucking lied, said he did some shit. He 9 times out of 10, they both consented to the act. And that's what I'm saying with today. I'm not just going to, I'm not just talking about dating. I'm talking about sex with women, dating women, getting married. I mean, it's getting to a point nowadays where it's so fucking hard to just go out there and say to yourself, man, you know what? I want to be with this shit. You know what I'm saying? And it's, you look at women in general, like, I'm not going to fucking lie to you. I'm a guy. I'm a fucking guy. But me looking at the shit, and me is seeing societies being so, everything is so pro-female, and society being anti-male, where they just, the more right, the more rights they give to women, the more men's rights be taken away. And that's why I say MRAs, and I look at MRAs and I look at people who fought for men's rights is wasting their time. It's because society do not care. They don't care about our problems. They don't care about the male suicide rate. They don't care about men working themselves to an early grave. They don't care about men dying off of prostate cancer. I lost my dad from colon, but overall, like, I'm saying, we the society don't care about us. They don't care about the problems. They don't care about what you know what I'm saying? They don't care about, you know, why men are walking away. I mean, that's why the marriage rate in America is constantly declining, because the census are saying that they don't understand is that, and they always asking the question, why guys are not getting married. And instead of them asking, saying, well, yeah, man, you know, asking the question, they need to look, they need to look into the problem. Maybe it's the bias laws. Maybe motherfucking, like, men are getting tired of, white, black, whatever. Men are getting tired of them. To me, I can tell you, I'm one of those people. I'm tired of turning on the TV singing, you know, when football season come on and they show the bum and the husband, he dumb as fuck, and like, women, yeah, women are smart and men are idiots. Like, men are getting tired of this program, this feminist programming bullshit. Women getting tired of this female, you know, men are getting tired of it. And it's like, guys are getting tired of this programming, pro-female, anti-male shit, where it's like men are just shown as bumbling dumb idiots. And it's like, so you wonder why society is crumbling. You wonder why MGTOW is growing, because you created us, you birthed it. Like, if the system was fair, and even I said to myself to this day, even if they went back and said, you know what, all the men check out and say, you know, but we're not going to engage at all, which I know a lot of guys ain't gonna do that shit, but some guys still line up and get married, get half their shit taken away like dumbass idiots. Like the idiots they are. I won't say idiots, just how society programmed them to do this shit. It's like, my thing has always been with society in general is like, you created us, you birthed us. Overall, like, here's the thing. Even if they came up and the government said, you know, let's make it fair, let's give fathers rights, let's give men rights, I still wouldn't go back. Because to me, it's like they only doing it to benefit the women, because women complain and say, oh, men don't want to talk to us anymore. But here's the thing. If you keep passing fucked up bills and fucked up laws, and you keep trying to make it where the women have all the power, whether it's a rape, whether it's child support, whether it's alimony, whether it's divorce, whether the man gotta lose half his fortune, like nobody, that shit is not fair. And the reason why, I mean, for me, and like for you MGTOWs out there to choose a date, why the fuck you doing that shit? I mean, I'm not here to tell you what you do, but like, why you even engaging, dude? You left the blue pill world alone. You left the blue pill world because you told yourself that, you know, you experienced you experience a bad thing, whether it's a divorce, whether it was getting railed by the family courts. I mean, it's a lot of things that society don't realize, that people don't want to talk about. And I think this question is a very deep question, because a lot of people don't want to hear it. A lot of people don't want to hear men be honest with you. And to me, and that's why I often say, as men in America, we gotta look out for one another, man. Fuck this, I'm with Stand Free Mental. Fuck this race baiting bullshit. I care about white men, black men, Hispanic men, Asian men. If you my mental brother, I care about you, man. Because for me, we gotta come together, man. These laws keep getting passed, and nobody cares about it because nobody bats a fucking eye. And if we keep, society keep making it where it's like eventually we're gonna become Rome, and society don't realize that the more fucked up bills you pay, the more rights you give the women, the more men can walk away. I mean, I have always said this before. Society, well, I'm not one of those, I want society to burn and crash and burn type dudes, because it's like that shit don't benefit nobody, okay? But I mean, if it does, if it does, maybe society will get back to it. But I think that we as men in America, we really got to understand dating nowadays is fucking dangerous, and you're playing a rigged fucking game. The game is so fucking rigged, and the odds are stacked against you. And basically, when you're, what the fuck you call it, when you basically, the game you're playing, a rigged game, man. The game is rigged, and like, I don't see why guys want to engage with this type of shit, because it's a foul fucked up way you look at shit. I mean, it's people like even women attitudes nowadays feel like they're entitled to a good man. It's like, my thing is, like, I'll talk about this question too. This is one of my questions why I don't date either. Nowadays, society's making gold digging and making hypergamy cool. You know what I'm saying? Nowadays, you got Steve Harvey, you got Dr. Phil, you got all these blue pill motherfuckers constantly telling women that it's okay to have unrealistic standards, and you gotta, you know what I'm saying, he better have this, he better have that. You know what I'm saying? You don't want to be selling for you should not settle for less. And it's like women nowadays, like back in the day, you know what I'm saying? Back in the day, I was born in the late 80s, but like, if you watching me back in the day, conversations back in the day, yeah, it was hypergamy going on back in the day. But back in the day, it was flat out rude to come out on the first date to ask somebody, how much money you make, what you do for a living. You do the shit, you tell a couple jokes, and then she say, well, you don't want me to ask what you do for a living, and then you kind of tell her what you do for a living. She tell her what she do for a living, and then conversations flow right there. But nowadays, women nowadays need to get to the fucking point. They don't ask your name, they don't ask your hobbies, they don't ask what you do for fun, like, how much money you make. And it's like, and to me, to do for you mentals that want to go back and put up with that shit, I don't want to put up with it. It's like, to me, it's like women nowadays got a shitty attitude. I'm going back to what you were saying, Renee. It was like, women nowadays are horrible in attitude mostly. Like, yeah, I agree 100%. I think women nowadays don't understand, like, it's that whole gimme mindset. I'm a woman, I'm supposed to be giving everything. It's like, my thing is like, in the top, I was watching Mental Knowledge Dairy's video. I was watching his channel, and he was talking about she's too expensive. You think about, like, I talk about why I don't fucking date, and for you guys out there, for you mentals out there, I feel sorry for you guys, man. I don't know why you still putting up with this shit. But like, my thing is, like, I talk about, think about the things you gotta do to get a girl, right? So you gotta talk to her on the phone. You spend however how much on the phone talking to her, right? So you ask out on the first date. You probably go to an expensive restaurant, high-end luxury restaurant. You go to a high-end luxury restaurant. The next second date, you probably go to Applebee's or Outback Steakhouse, some shit like that. And then by the third date, y'all boyfriend and girlfriend, whatever. And it's like, all right, cool, whatever. And it's like, conversation for the first 6 months, you're spending probably what, $100. And say if you make, I'm just saying, if you work for, I'm not good with math here, but like, all right, you make probably what, $400 every Friday. Say if you get paid every Friday, right? You get paid every Friday. You get paid you get paid every Friday. So think about her. You got a girlfriend now. It was just you. So you spending probably what, $100 on the date along, not to mention movies, not to mention her birthday coming, you buying her gifts. Valentine's Day come up, you gotta do that shit. If she's a mother, you gotta buy her gifts that point. You know what I'm saying? And it's saying, overall, my point is, like, you constantly every day, like, or say for instance, you and your girlfriend get into a fight, you buying her a necklace, or you buy her some roses or whatever. And it's like, yeah, roses, you can throw them things away. But overall, I'm saying like my thing is this is what I'm talking about. I don't engage at all with this type of shit because it's like women. I do the cost benefit analysis when I date a woman. I didn't do this in the beginning, but this before I became MGTOW, and I didn't do the cost benefit analysis. I was just looking at a woman like, oh man, she was fine as fuck, and I took the red pill, and I finally woke the fuck up. But when I look at somebody, and for me, when I'm dealing with, I'm not dealing with a female, but if I look at a woman, I look at her, and I say, I look at myself and say, you know what? If I decide to do it, I'm saying, speaking hypothetically, if I decide to do it and go back, I do the cost benefit analysis, and I suggest you guys in the chat and you upcoming MGTOWs out there, you new beginners out there, do the cost benefit analysis, right? Just like you would look at if you buy a car. See, this is what I'm talking. Relate women to a car, which is what I'm talking about. This is a good analogy, right? When you're buying a car, most people go to a car dealership, they just look at the car and they be like, damn, that car look good inside. It look good on the outside, and they buy the car, right? But they don't realize what the car dealership don't tell them is they probably get what 18 miles a gallon. No, I'm not good with gas. I'm saying overall, like, oh, you get 32 miles a gallon on the road. It burns a lot of gas. You probably got, it burns a lot of gas, and you can be paying what $50-$60. You buy a luxury car, right? And you paying $100 at the pump, right? But when you was rich and wealthy, you think about, man, you can afford the car, right? So the woman is the car, right? You first buy the car, drive around a couple of times, which is pressing the chick. And it's like, okay, cool, you got the car, you happy with the shit, and then the car start having problems, right? The car start breaking down. You gotta make sure you got oil on that shit. You gotta motherfucking make oil. You gotta keep gas in it, because if you don't know, when the gas get down to heat, it fucks up the engine. So, like, all right, cool, right? So it's like you constantly doing maintenance on the car, and that's what I'm talking about with dating women. It's like dating women is like having a car nowadays. It's more of a damn job than a relationship. Like, you get nothing from it. Like, the only thing you really get from it is sex. But that shit tired out too, because she had the five previous guys hit that shit. So she ain't the previous five guys she dated before you. Well, no different. So my thing has always been is that I do a cost benefit analysis, and that's the reason why I don't engage with dating and relationships, because I realize I don't engage in dating relationships because of this shit. I do the cost benefit analysis, and I think that if every guy did the cost benefit analysis, they would start to think about it. A girlfriend is fucking expensive, man. I mean, and it's one thing to have a girlfriend, but a fiance, you gotta spend what? This guy's right. What this guy? What the most money? If I probably say you middle class, you probably spend up to $2,000, $3,000, $4,000, $3,000 the most on the engagement ring. Depends on what type of engagement ring it is. And then on top of all that, you're planning a wedding. You gotta spend money on that shit. And then once you plan the fucking wedding, it's the fucking honeymoon. And then on top of all that, think about it. And then and this is the problem. I don't understand why guys don't want to go back to this motherfucking blue pill world. It's like, okay, cool, right? So it's like you get married, y'all living in a condo, right? So y'all rent out a condo, y'all rent out a townhome, go from townhome to a condo, making y'all paying how much for the condo, renting out the condo, right? Saving up enough money. Now she wants to buy a fucking house. All right, cool. Y'all buy your dream home. Basically, you make enough money, she making good money. Y'all buy your dream home, whatever. She decides to stop working. So y'all want to go to buy y'all want to go to buy the dream home, right? Y'all buy a dream home right now. Y'all want to start a family. Baby comes along with that shit. Now you got her and your daughter to take care of. Now it was just you and her through the townhome to the condo, and now it's the fucking house. And now you gotta buy family vehicle for the baby, because your two-seater Corvette, ain't gonna fit a baby car seat in there. So overall, and you think about it, all this time, 5 years have passed along, you're 300 pounds, fat as fuck, your wife ain't gave you no sex in 2 years. It's like, as a guy who want to engage in that type of shit, because to me in general, I never understood the concept of when I was younger, I was a blue pill simp. But now that I'm older, man, I never understood the concept of marriage. I never understood having a girlfriend. I never understood the point of living your life and spending your long life with one person when deep down inside, the vast majority of women nowadays, especially millennial women, they are the fucking worst because they're entitled as fuck because society caters to them. You got corporations that caters to them, tell them buy this product, do all this other crazy shit. And it's like, as men in America, we get the fucking short end of the stick here because constantly, this shit started pissing me the fuck off here with Ivanka Trump trying to fucking go to a third world country trying to fucking give women third world country rights and shit in Saudi Arabia. I'm like, you know what I'm saying? Like, and it's this type of shit right here. It's like it reminds me, it's like there is no fucking hope in sight for shit getting better because it's like, yo, it's like feminism is just gonna be fucking everywhere, and it's like no man's gonna be safe beyond that point. And the only way you really gonna save yourself, and I don't say you can't really save yourself because I'm pretty sure society's gonna do it one day. I'm pretty sure they're coming up with a bill. Nah, goddamn it, they're gonna have men forced marry females. And I think that we don't, what society don't realize is the fact that, to me, I want to end the stream on this thought, on this high note here. I think that, as men, just do the cost benefit analysis, man, and just don't engage, man. I'm with you, Renee, man. It's just dangerous, man. I mean, these society don't understand. It's like engaging women in general is fucked up. It's a worldwide problem. And like I said before, in Greg Silverado, I guess it is. I agree 100%, bro. It's a worldwide problem, man. I think that women in America, no matter whether you're in Saudi Arabia, whether you're in India, whether you're in Greece, Rome, whatever, it's like no matter what country you're from, no matter what place you're in, feminism is going to be everywhere. And men can. I mean, the only way you can really escape it is checking out of the system. But you know what I'm saying? With the darker days coming around, and it just, like, to me, especially with Donald Trump doing budget cut for Section 8 and welfare and, Planned Parenthood. I mean, the thing is, man, what scares me now is that basically is that you thought we had it hard before, we're gonna have it bad now. And I think that, for me, for guys that's already paying alimony, they're gonna raise those payments. Child support is gonna be higher now. So I think that, to me in general, I'm so glad I don't got no kids. I'm an uncle. I love being an uncle at that point, but I don't engage with women in general because I feel like it's too much of a fucking risk. Saying hello to a woman nowadays is fucking pointless. You know what I'm saying? And I feel like a lot of guys, when a lot of guys when they get in a position, some guys take the red pill, go back. But to me, I wouldn't go back because it's like, you took the red pill, man. You see society for what it is. And just, do the cost benefit analysis. But this your boy No Filter, man. Peace and well love. I may do another stream today. This one that just came to my head, but peace and well love. MGTOW guys, I'm out.